All right, folks, here we go. Pending draft grade. Points for team name. One of the best team names in the league. Um, you know, Obviously last year I didn't get to take my victory lap. So Bonzo Ball rated Alvin Valori's team as an A minus draft grade preseason and said, "Hey, look, this is a championship contender. This is a championship contender. This is the best team in the league right now." What happens all those weeks later? What happens all those weeks later? Need I remind you? He goes and he finishes first. He takes the chip. He takes the championship. And look at that. Two top three finishes past 3 years. I mean, 22-8 record overall. Pretty solid stuff we've seen here from owner Alvin Valoria. I know some people think I'm an Asian hater. Well, you know what? You got to read the receipts. You got to go back just not even 12 months in history and realize I loved this team last year. I loved them. Doesn't mean I'm going to love them again. Doesn't mean that. So let's get into it for this year's team. Pending the draft grade, this is really going to make me think about what the grade is if I'm going to have to look at it all year. So I'm thinking about this one hard. First thing you notice off this team when you go and you look at the round by round, drafted from the 8th spot, Jamar Chase, Debo Samuel, and then comes back with Terry McLaurin and Josh Jacobs, first RB taken, round 4. So a little zero RB hybrid. Nobody really went zero RB, I don't think. I think everybody drafted one inside the 3rd round except this team. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Who's the one that normally does it? Jake. No, yeah. See, Jake took an RB. So I think this team waited longest on RB at the 40 spot. Josh Jacobs comes back with it. Brandon Cooks and Chris Godwin. So 5 wide receivers in the first 6 rounds. How's he follow it? He goes Clyde. He goes Cordero. He goes Dak. He goes with James Robinson. He comes back with Fryermuth, Brian Robinson. Ooh, that's tough. We drafted before that news. Van Jefferson closes it out with T. Lawrence. Weak at RB. Weak at RB. I mean, obviously, what I just say, he didn't take one until the 4th, and then he didn't take one again until Clyde and Cordero. I would not want Josh Jacobs as my RB1. And when you look at this team, obviously the strength is wide receiver flex. He's got two, Chase and Debo. Those are going to be the best pair of wide receivers in the league, I think. McLaurin and Cooks, coming back with them 3rd and 5th round. They're obviously going to be really good flex. The thing is, if your RBs are this bad, Josh Jacobs, Cordell Patterson, you really need one of these bench guys to pop eventually. You'd need an ETN injury for Robinson to, be anything higher than like RB30. You need an ETN injury. Clyde, I don't know. There's rumors of Pacheco, McKinnon. It might just be a committee over there. Maybe he's an RB2 some weeks, not every week, right? Cordero, I am low on Cordero this year. Low. He's probably, I think the word is he's not going to get as much catches. That's the rumor. I don't know. Jacobs, he was high last year, I think only because he played all 16 games, which is rare for running back. So when you look at this team and you're like, wow, it's so weak at RB, it's going to be really strong everywhere else. Well, Dak, I mean, he's a middle in QB1. Fryermuth is one of the worst starting tight ends in this league that we've seen, right? He's a very low-end tight end 1. And then McLaurin and Cooks, I mean, they're good wide receiver 3 and 4, but like, it's not like I'm drooling over here. It's not like, wow, they're going to make up for Cordero Patterson at the RB2 spot. So that's the story with this team. I think that the zero RB, I don't know if it was executed perfectly. I don't know if all these players can make up for where the RBs are at for this squad. It's a C minus. It's a C minus draft grade. We're going from A minus to C minus back to back years. It's hard as a defending champ to come back. It's hard to draft at the 8th spot, I think. So nothing against Mr. Alvin Valoria. He did the best he could, I think, from where he was. That's not true. He tried from where he was, and he started off strong, but it kind of fell off here. So fringe playoff team, no shot at the championship. Absolutely zero shot at the championship unless somebody makes a huge move and gives them a hole in a trade. If I had to put one money on a team to absolutely not win the championship, it's right here. There you go. C minus.